Hello, my name is Travis Olson. This is People First Language presentation for USD 491. Let's go. First, what exactly is People First Language? Here's this first definition I'll read. A way of communicating that reflects knowledge and respect for people with disabilities by choosing words that recognize the person first and foremost as the primary reference and not the disability. So, making sure we put the person first. The disability is secondary, just simply a characteristic or something that they deal with. The person is the most important. This quote by Snow was good. People First Language puts the person before the disability and describes what a person has, not who a person is. So a disability doesn't completely define a person. No, it attributes to their characteristics and their personality, but it isn't who they are. Moving on. Here's some statistics, graphs I have. We'll start with the one on the right. So this says 22% of adults in the United States have some type of disability. That's just adults. Snow's articles mentioned that 1 in 5 students in the public schools system have a disability. So it's about right on. 22%, 1 in 5. So we all know somebody, not just in a school, but family, a friend, who has some type of disability. And here's a list of some of them: mobility, cognition, independent living, vision, self-care. And looking at the graph on the left, this is specifically for students from 2016 and 2017, and how their disabilities are broken up. And almost 40%, which is the vast majority here, have a specific learning disability. 17% speech or language impairment. 10% of students have autism. There are some found at some place on the autism spectrum, and emotional disturbances, intellectual disturbances make up 7 and 6%. So we do see it. It's all over, in schools and elsewhere. So we need to start changing how we address people and talk about people. Helpful hints: address the person, not the disability. Treat all people with the same respect. Now, some of these are so basic and just ideas for, hey, how to be a good person. Just treat people with respect. It's unfortunate that we do have to remind ourselves sometimes of that. But when we're talking with the person who has a disability or not, be kind. Treat people with respect. I liked this one. Look at labels that you might have. Think about how they may be negative and reflect on how they affect you. So if we think about time where maybe we felt labeled, negatively labeled, and how it made us feel, think about how it makes someone else feel. And then this last one, I'll skip a couple of those. Simply be kind. That's number 1. Treat other people with respect and kindness, and we will make a lot of progress. Here are some examples of, on the right are the ones that we should not be saying anymore, that in the past we have said, but we're finding that they are not putting the person first. Something like, that person is handicapped. We should be saying people with disabilities. Saying mental retardation should be said cognitive disability. This is a good example. Mike is autistic. That's in the past. We shouldn't say Mike is autistic. We should say Mike has autism. It's just something he has. It doesn't necessarily define Mike. A lot of these are difficult for me because I don't feel like I'm trying to be negative towards someone. It's just sometimes how we speak. Well, we need to kind of change the way we're thinking and the way we're speaking about some of these things. And it's not going to be easy, but if we all try a little bit, then I think we will take steps in the right direction. So there's more lists. I'm not going to go over the entire thing with you. But they're good if we can take a couple of those and really put them in our brains and change the way we speak. Those are what we're looking at. And then here's references that I used. I appreciate you watching. Thanks. Take care.